This Sunday, 26th October, is not just another day on the calendar. It carries a silence that many overlook. Most people rush through days chasing distractions, lost in repetition, unaware that every week offers a doorway. This Sunday is one of those doorways. It is a pause before a storm, a quiet before a shift, a space where life invites you to breathe, to stop, to listen. And when you finally stop, you start to see. You start to sense that everything around you has been trying to speak to you. But the noise of your habits, the noise of your mind has been too loud. This Sunday is not asking you to move faster. It's asking you to become still, because only in stillness can you see the truth of where you stand. And you have been walking, but have you been awake? You have been trying, but have you been present? Life is not measured by how much you do, but by how deeply you experience what you do. This Sunday is about returning to that depth, about reclaiming the ability to be aware. When you wake up this Sunday, the world will look the same. The sky will not change, the streets will not whisper your name, but something within you can shift. You can decide that this day is the turning point, that instead of being lost in the noise, you will start to listen to the silence that has always been waiting for you. The silence that reveals truth, direction, and strength. This Sunday is your mirror. It shows you what you have become and what you can still become if you choose differently. Many fear silence because it exposes what they have been avoiding. But avoidance never brings peace. It only delays growth. This Sunday, face yourself, not the version you pretend to be, but the one you are when no one is watching. That is where transformation begins. Not in external changes, but in internal awareness. You have been given countless days, countless chances. Yet transformation never happens randomly. It happens the moment you stop running from your own reflection, the moment you choose awareness over avoidance. This Sunday, you are asked to pause and look at your actions, your thoughts, your patterns. Are they leading you closer to the person you want to be, or keeping you trapped in who you were? Awareness is painful, but it is the only way forward. This Sunday can become a symbol, a line between the old you and the one ready to rise. But you must stop treating time as infinite. Every Sunday will come and go, but not every Sunday will find you ready. This 26th October carries weight because you are aware of it. You are hearing these words now, not by accident. Something in you is being reminded to wake up, to see the value of a pause before life pushes you harder. Every turning point begins quietly. No fireworks, no applause, just awareness. The awareness that you cannot keep living on autopilot. That your peace will not come from controlling life, but from understanding it. This Sunday, understand what your silence is trying to tell you. Maybe it's telling you to slow down. Maybe it's showing you what you've ignored. Maybe it's preparing you for the next chapter. But you must listen. If you can sit still for a moment this Sunday without your phone, without distraction, you will notice something powerful. You will feel the weight of your thoughts, the noise of your mind, and you will also notice that beyond that noise, there is calm, there is strength, there is you. The true you, not shaped by pressure or fear, but guided by presence. That presence is what will change your year. Not luck, not motivation, but awareness. The world doesn't pause, but you can. You can use this Sunday as a reset, to realign, to breathe, to forgive yourself for the mistakes behind you, and to prepare for what lies ahead. Every great change begins when you recognize where you are and accept it fully. Not with guilt, not with regret, but with honesty. This Sunday is your reminder that the pause is part of progress. You don't need to chase everything at once. You need to be aware enough to know what truly matters. Awareness simplifies life. It shows you that not every battle is yours to fight. Not every noise is yours to answer. It allows you to conserve energy for what really deserves it. Your growth, your peace, your purpose. The power of pause is misunderstood. People think pausing means weakness, but in truth, it's strength. It means you have enough control over yourself to stop before reacting, enough wisdom to think before speaking, enough courage to face what you've been avoiding. This Sunday is your chance to reclaim that strength, to stop being dragged by time and start walking with intention. You do not need another new year to start again. You just need one day of awareness to shift your entire direction. Let this Sunday, 26 October, be that day. Let it be the silent moment that becomes the turning point of your year. Because once you wake up to awareness, life no longer happens to you, It happens through you. And that realization, that awakening, is where everything begins to change. This Sunday, 26th October, is not about what happens around you. It's about what happens inside you. Awareness is what decides the turning point, and this Sunday is the reminder of that truth. Many people wait for change. They wait for signs. They wait for opportunities. They wait for life to push them in a new direction. But life doesn't move until you become aware. Awareness is the spark that lights every transformation. Without it, you live in repetition. With it, you see everything differently. This Sunday is not promising magic. It's promising clarity if you choose to look. Awareness means you stop living blindly. It means you begin to recognize the things you have been ignoring, your habits, your emotions, your patterns. It means you start seeing the truth that has always been there, waiting for you to wake up. You can't grow without seeing. You can't change what you refuse to face. This Sunday is asking you to see not others, not the world, but yourself. Every turning point begins with awareness. The moment you realize what has been controlling you, you start to take that control back. You start to understand that you were never stuck. You were only asleep. Awareness is the alarm that rings when your soul has had enough of being silent. And this Sunday, 26th October, might be that alarm for you. It might be the moment you finally understand that nothing external can save you. It's your awareness that saves you. This Sunday carries quiet power. It doesn't come with noise. It doesn't demand your attention. It simply stands still, waiting for you to notice. When you become aware, even small things begin to teach you. The way you react to people, the way you speak, the way you treat yourself. All of it becomes a mirror. Life mirrors your level of awareness. If you are lost, you see confusion everywhere. If you are aware, you see lessons in everything. This Sunday is the time to raise that awareness, to stop blaming and to start observing. Change doesn't need a plan. It needs understanding. You can spend years trying to fix the surface of your life, but until awareness enters, you will return to the same place again and again. This Sunday gives you space to stop running and to notice where you really are, to see what keeps repeating, to see what you have been carrying that no longer belongs. Awareness doesn't come from effort. It comes from silence, from paying attention, from being honest with yourself. When you wake up this Sunday, notice how you move. Notice your thoughts, your emotions, your reactions. Every time you catch yourself repeating an old pattern, that's awareness. Every time you stop before reacting, that's awareness. Every time you admit the truth you've been avoiding, that's awareness. This Sunday is not about fixing everything in one day. It's about opening your eyes fully for the first time in a long time. Most people fear awareness because it exposes their own choices. But you cannot grow by hiding from yourself. You cannot step into a new direction while pretending nothing needs to change. Awareness demands courage. It asks you to look at the places where you have been asleep and to finally wake up. This Sunday, 26th October, gives you the perfect moment for that awakening. The world may not change, but your perception can. And once your perception changes, everything else follows. When awareness rises, your power returns. You stop reacting to life and start responding to it. You stop being controlled by your emotions and start understanding them. You stop seeking validation and start seeking truth. This Sunday is about taking back that inner power. It's about realizing that awareness is not just seeing what is, it's seeing what could be. It's recognizing your potential hidden beneath layers of noise and fear. Awareness transforms confusion into direction. It turns hesitation into decision. It turns suffering into understanding. Once you are aware, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what is this teaching me? That simple shift changes everything. And this Sunday is the day to make that shift, to open your eyes wider than before, to notice not just the world, but your place in it. This Sunday, don't seek big changes, seek deep awareness. Sit in silence and watch your thoughts without judgment. Listen to what your emotions are trying to say instead of pushing them away. Observe how your body feels when you are at peace and when you are restless. These simple acts of awareness reconnect you to yourself. They remind you that peace has always been within reach. It was only buried under noise. The truth is simple. Awareness is power. It breaks cycles. It reveals patterns. It guides you without confusion. And this Sunday, 26th October, is your opportunity to reclaim that power, to stop waiting for the world to change and start awakening to the fact that the world changes when you do. When awareness becomes your habit, transformation becomes your nature. This Sunday can become your turning point, not because of what happens outside, but because of what you decide to see inside. Awareness is not an event, it's a way of living. It's the light that removes darkness from every corner of your life. So let this Sunday be the moment you turn that light on. Let it be the day you stop existing blindly and start seeing with purpose. Once you are aware, you are already free, and freedom is where true growth begins. This Sunday, 26 October, will test your ability to let go. Every turning point demands it. You cannot walk into something new while your hands are still holding the old. Letting go is not weakness, it's the highest form of strength. It is the moment you stop fighting what is already gone and start opening yourself to what can come next. This Sunday carries that lesson quietly. It doesn't shout. It whispers. It asks you to release what you already know is heavy, what no longer belongs in your path. There is a reason life feels blocked sometimes. It's not because new doors are locked. It's because your hands are full. You hold on to memories, to pain, to people, to habits, to versions of yourself that have expired. You carry them because they are familiar. But familiarity is not peace. Comfort is not growth. This Sunday, 26 October, is asking you to look at what you are still carrying that keeps you from moving. Not everything deserves to go with you. Some things only served their purpose in a chapter that has already ended. Letting go doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet acceptance. Sometimes it's the moment you stop explaining yourself. Sometimes it's the decision to walk away from what keeps you small. Letting go is not forgetting. It's understanding that holding on hurts more than release. This Sunday, look closely. What are you resisting? What truth are you refusing to accept because it will force you to change? Growth doesn't come from control, it comes from surrender. The ego always wants to hold on, to be right, to be safe, to be in charge. But life doesn't bend to your control. It responds to your flow. The moment you loosen your grip, life begins to move again. You start feeling lighter. You start breathing deeper. You start living with ease. This Sunday is not about forcing change. It's about trusting it. Trusting that by letting go, you make space for what truly belongs. When you let go, you are not losing. You are clearing space. Space for peace, for freedom, for alignment. The more you resist, the more you suffer. The more you surrender, the more you grow. This Sunday, 26th October, will meet you exactly where you are. If you hold on tightly, you will feel the weight. If you release, you will feel the shift. Life is always ready to move forward. It's only waiting for your permission. Letting go also means forgiving yourself, others, the past, not because they deserve it, but because you do. Holding on to pain keeps you tied to moments that no longer exist. It steals your energy from the present. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's freedom. It's the decision to stop carrying stories that no longer serve you. This Sunday, forgive yourself for not knowing better before. Forgive yourself for staying too long. Forgive yourself for being human. Letting go begins with self-compassion. When you release, you create energy. That energy becomes your new beginning. The turning point this Sunday will not come from chasing something new, but from finally releasing what has been weighing you down. You don't need to fix the past. You just need to stop feeding it. You don't need to erase your pain. You just need to stop identifying with it. This Sunday is not about escaping the old. It's about outgrowing it. Letting go also means detaching from control. You cannot control how people act, how life unfolds, or how things end. You can only control your response. Peace begins the moment you accept that. When you stop forcing and start allowing, life starts working for you, not against you. The universe always fills the space you create, but if your hands are still holding what hurts, there's no space for what heals. This Sunday, 26th October, ask yourself what you are ready to release, not through words, but through energy. Maybe it's a thought that repeats too often. Maybe it's fear of failure. Maybe it's guilt that never fades. Whatever it is, you already know. The heart always knows what it's tired of carrying. Awareness is the first step. Release is the second. Peace is the reward. When you let go, you return to yourself, the real self, beneath the layers of pain, pride, and pretense. You become simple again, honest again, peaceful again. That is the purpose of release, not to lose, but to remember who you are. This Sunday invites you to return to that state, to stop being attached to stories that no longer define you, to start living from freedom, not fear. Growth is not about adding more to your life. It's about removing what blocks your light. The person you are meant to be is already within you, waiting for you to drop what hides it. Every Sunday could be your turning point, but this one carries a special silence, a reminder that release is power. You don't need to fight everything. You just need to stop holding what isn't yours anymore. This Sunday, 26 October, will come and go like any other day. But for the one who decides to let go, it becomes sacred. It becomes the day you finally stop fighting what you can't change. The day you accept that peace is not found in control, but in surrender. When you let go, you don't fall apart, you fall into place. You begin to move with life, not against it. And that is where transformation truly begins. This Sunday, 26th October, will remind you of something powerful, that discipline creates the shift. Change does not come through thoughts, dreams, or emotion. It comes through the quiet repetition of effort. Many people wait for motivation, but motivation fades, discipline remains. It is the invisible bridge between who you are now and who you want to become. This Sunday is not about talking about change. It's about doing the first small thing that proves you mean it. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. It is the decision to no longer let your emotions decide your direction. It's the awareness that every time you delay what must be done, you delay your own growth. This Sunday, 26th October, is the day to stop waiting for the right time. The right time is not coming. You create it through consistency. Every small step matters. Every small act builds the foundation of your transformation. When you look at your life closely, you will see that the moments that shaped you the most were not grand gestures. They were small, repeated actions. Waking up early when you didn't want to. Showing up when you felt tired. Choosing silence over reaction. These are acts of discipline, and they are what change you. This Sunday, use the silence of the day to decide one thing you will commit to without excuses. Not for a week, not for a month, but as a way of living. Discipline begins when excuses end. It begins when you stop saying, "I'll try," and start saying, "I will." The mind will resist. It will tell you to rest, to wait, to start tomorrow. But tomorrow is just another version of avoidance. The truth is, there is no perfect moment to begin. There is only this Sunday, this breath, this decision. Every turning point begins with one firm choice, repeated over and over until it becomes your nature. This Sunday, 26th October, carries energy, the kind that separates the dreamers from the doers. The difference is simple. One talks, the other acts. Discipline doesn't need emotion. It moves even when you don't feel like moving. It doesn't care if you're inspired or tired. It only cares that you keep your word. When you live with that level of integrity, you build something unshakable inside you. You no longer depend on the mood of the day. You become steady, unmovable, grounded. Every act of discipline is an act of self-love. It is you saying, "I deserve better than the habits that keep me small." It is you refusing to surrender to the comfort that kills progress. Comfort feels safe, but it also keeps you still. This Sunday is not a day for comfort, it's a day for commitment. Decide to be consistent even when no one sees it. The results will come quietly, but they will last. You may not see progress immediately, but discipline is planting seeds. Seeds take time. They grow underground first, hidden, silent, but alive. Keep showing up, keep watering your effort, and one day you will see the change that discipline built. This Sunday is a reminder that growth does not announce itself. It grows in silence. Stay consistent even when results are invisible. The invisible work becomes visible at the right time. Discipline also means control, not over others, but over yourself. It means choosing your response, mastering your energy, guiding your focus. The undisciplined mind is restless, distracted, and reactive. The disciplined mind is calm and directed. This Sunday, bring your focus back. Don't waste energy on things that don't matter. Put it where it counts. into action, into presence, into becoming better than you were yesterday. This Sunday, 26th October, is your opportunity to draw a line between your intentions and your actions. Many intend to grow, few commit to it. Discipline is what separates the two. When you keep your promises to yourself, you build inner strength. You start trusting yourself again. That trust becomes confidence, and that confidence becomes momentum. Momentum changes everything, even in silence. Discipline speaks. It speaks through your habits, through your energy, through your results. It teaches you that you don't need to rush. You just need to continue. This Sunday, slow down your thoughts, but strengthen your actions. Do the thing that feels uncomfortable, but right. Every act of self-discipline moves you one step closer to freedom. Freedom from laziness, from distraction, from regret. Regret is what comes when discipline is missing. Discipline is what creates pride. This Sunday can be your dividing line between the old habits that kept you asleep and the new actions that will awaken your potential. You don't need to be perfect, you only need to be consistent. The power is not in doing everything right, but in refusing to quit when it gets difficult. The world won't notice your effort immediately, but you will. You will feel the shift inside you. You will feel lighter because you are aligned. You will walk straighter because you are proud. Discipline gives you back control of your life. It teaches you that you don't have to wait for change. You can become it. This Sunday, 26th October, is not about talking about transformation. It's about living it through your choices, through your routine, through your daily behavior. The way you live each day becomes the way you live your life. Let this Sunday be the day you stop negotiating with your excuses. Let it be the day you finally decide that self-respect is stronger than laziness. Discipline is the language of growth. It doesn't make life easier, it makes you stronger. And once you master yourself, no obstacle can master you. This Sunday can become the start of that mastery, quietly, powerfully, decisively. When you walk through this day with purpose, you will feel it. The shift, the energy of someone who no longer waits for change but lives it. That is what this Sunday, 26 October, is meant to remind you of. That real power is built one disciplined act at a time. This Sunday, 26th October, is not waiting to change your life. It will pass like every other day unless you decide to make it different. The turning point of your year is not hidden in time, it is hidden in choice. Every day carries the same hours, the same air, the same silence. What changes is the intention you bring into it. This Sunday holds the power to transform you only if you decide that it will. The real shift begins not when life changes, but when you choose to change within it. People wait for dates, for signs, for special moments to begin again. But nothing outside you can begin until something inside you moves. This Sunday, 26th October, is your mirror. It reflects your willingness to take responsibility, to stop waiting for destiny, and to start becoming deliberate. Growth doesn't follow time, it follows decision. And the decision must come from a place of awareness, courage, and truth. You decide if this Sunday becomes sacred or ordinary. You decide if it becomes another wasted day or the day your life silently begins to shift. That decision is yours alone. No one can push you into awareness. No one can force you into transformation. Change is personal. It begins when you decide that enough is enough, that you will no longer live below your potential, that you will no longer delay what your heart already knows is right. This Sunday is not promising miracles. It is offering you a choice between old patterns and new action, between the comfort of what's known and the courage of what's needed. Every turning point begins like this, with a decision made in silence. You don't need to announce it. You don't need to prove it. You just need to commit to it fully. The moment you decide, life begins to move in alignment with that decision. This Sunday, 26th October, could be the line between who you were and who you are becoming. You don't have to change everything overnight. You only need to decide that from this day forward, you will not go back to what weakens you. You will not repeat what drains you. You will not pretend that you are fine when you know something inside is asking for more. Choice is power, and this Sunday gives you that power if you are ready to use it. The truth is simple. Nothing will change until you choose differently. Not your routine, not your habits, not your emotions. The world reflects your decisions. If you live passively, life will keep repeating itself. If you live deliberately, life will begin to open. The energy you bring into this Sunday decides how your week unfolds, how your month evolves, how your year transforms. This Sunday is not about waiting for motivation. It's about standing up and declaring that this is the moment you stop wishing and start building, the moment you stop chasing temporary highs and start creating lasting strength. The turning point of your year is not something that happens to you. It's something you become through the power of choice. When you decide with clarity, everything changes. The fog of doubt lifts. The weight of hesitation falls away. You begin to see that you were never trapped. You were undecided. Decision is liberation. It's the moment the heart and the mind finally align. This Sunday, 26 October, is your invitation to realign them, to stop running from what you know you need to do, to choose growth even when it's uncomfortable. Choice gives meaning to time. Without choice, days are empty repetitions. With choice, each moment becomes alive with purpose. This Sunday can be the start of a new rhythm, one built on awareness, courage, and consistency. You don't need anyone's permission. You don't need validation. You only need honesty with yourself. That honesty is what turns ordinary time into extraordinary transformation. This Sunday also reminds you that no one will do the work for you. The decision is yours. The path is yours. The reward is yours. Life responds to the energy of your choices. When you choose clarity, chaos fades. When you choose strength, weakness loses power. When you choose action, doubt dissolves. The turning point of your year is hidden in that simplicity. One conscious choice, repeated again and again until it becomes who you are. This Sunday, 26th October, is not an ending, it's a beginning disguised as an ordinary day. You may not feel ready, but readiness comes after decision, not before it. Once you choose, energy follows. Focus sharpens, doors open. But the choice must be firm, not half-hearted, not delayed. You cannot build a new life with the same indecision that kept you still. The power of this Sunday lies in the silence between your thoughts, the moment when you pause long enough to see that everything depends on you. You can decide to stay the same, or you can decide to rise. You can continue to repeat what drains you, or you can commit to what builds you. One choice can change everything if it is made with full awareness. So this Sunday, decide to live awake, decide to move with intention, decide to let go of everything that keeps you small. The world around you will not shift until you do. The turning point of your year is not written in the stars, not hidden in luck, not waiting in time. It begins inside you with one conscious decision that this Sunday, 26th of October, will not be wasted. You hold the key. You decide the meaning of this day. And once you choose to rise, this Sunday becomes more than a date. It becomes the beginning of the version of you that no longer waits for change, but becomes it.